What a break, right? It's been 245 days since the last high school football game with a team from our area when West Boca won Palm Beach County's first state title in over a decade. Tonight, we break the seal on a new season. Shane right here, always alongside my teammate Yanni Karakis, and welcome to our first 2025 edition of Football Friday.
Good to be back. It was a hot one out there today, and it's that time of the year when just about every team has one thing: expectations after a long summer of workouts, preseason classics kicking off this week. And while these games won't reflect on teams' overall records, the games were not any less intense tonight.
It is right. That's especially true with our first game of the week of the season. Two Palm Beach County powers, Palm Beach Central coming off that close second-round playoff loss to Vero Beach. Atlantic pushing eventual state champ St. Thomas to overtime before falling in the regional final.
So the highlights, these two played last year in the Kickoff Classic with Atlantic winning 46-17 on the road. And who says these games don't count? Very first play from scrimmage, we have some hard hitting and some helmets flying. Broncos driving quarterback Chance Rootson, a 4-year starter. That's rare in high school. 2 years at Boca Raton, now 2 years with the Broncos. He's got some wheels. Big scamper deep into Atlantic territory. Later in the drive, Rootson caps off the drive, running in the touchdown and telling us, "I'm really one of them ones," he says. 7-0 Central. Back comes Atlantic. Short yardage situation. Who has the football? It's quarterback Pedro Martinez fooling everyone. And the new Eagles QB goes the distance, looking like the Hall of Fame pitcher with that performance. Then Martinez through the air. He finds Justin Barrera over the middle to move them inside the 10-yard line. Then Martinez finishes off with a QB sneak and a score. What a game this would go into overtime. Atlantic wins an overtime thriller, 29-28. This game living up to the billing.
All right, the backyard brawl heating up as Dwyer hops over the fence to Benjamin. Bucks won this game 28-7 last year in week 0. Benjamin already with a 14-0 lead early. Terrion Ivy Akins getting loose on the left side, breaking tackles for a first down and more. Finally gets pushed out of bounds. Little guy is fast and quick. Same drive, Cohen Roach takes the snap, decides to keep it a nice game, but watch the hit here by Caden Feeman. Ouch! Ooh. Roach would pop right back up and says, "Nah, man, I'm all right." And then on the very next play, Ivy Akins bulldozing his way in for the touchdown. He's just 5'3". He squats 535 pounds. Gives Benjamin a 21-0 lead. Then before the half, Bucks add more. Nick Skillen takes the handoff, and the blockers do the rest. And he runs it in for a touchdown untouched as Benjamin dominates Dwyer 27-7. All right, Carlton Newman fresh off a run to the state semifinal last season playing at Boynton Beach tonight. Boynton has actually won the last 4 regular season meetings.
That's a little misleading. That was back in 2016, back before the Crusaders program became the kind of program we've come to know today. The Tigers trying to improve on a 5-5 record from last season and get back to the playoffs for the first time since 2022. Newman's defense led by Auburn commit Adam Balagoon Ali, and the defense did work tonight. Crusaders up 41-0 at the break, still holding that Tigers offense at bay. A swarm of Newman players on that tackle next drive on 4th down. Balagoon Ali squares up the runner and stops him for a loss. Still a running clock, so last play of the game, Boynton Beach just wants to get on the scoreboard, and they do. Chris Siska finds Henry Thompson 41-6, but this game, all Cardinal Newman dominating a Kickoff Classic 41-6.
All right, Spanish River coming off a playoff season, looking to improve on their 7 wins from a year ago, hosting Palm Beach Gardens. Sharks up 14-6 in the second quarter. It adds 6 more. Jakarion McCray offers from FIU and FAU adds to the Spanish River lead. It's 21-6, but the Gators, they would bite back. Jordan Johnson spots an open Nomo Davis in the end zone, and he makes a catch for the touchdown. For Gardens, they still trail, though, 21-14. Back and forth we go. Jaden Phillips, not that one, but this one, buys some time with his feet and then hits Jaden Elder, and Elder is running like a young man. Speeds his way in for the Spanish River touchdown to extend their lead. And then more from the Sharks. Stay out of the deep end with these guys. In the third, Phillips pumps and then goes across the middle to Malik Frederick for the Spanish River touchdown. The Sharks chomp down on the Gators 35-20.
All right, Boca had one of its best seasons ever last year, just 1 regular season loss, hosting St. Andrews. First half, punt fielded by the Scots, Dylan Faison, and he's Gonna knife through the Boca Raton defense. We know he's a talented receiver and he can play special teams do. Going down the sideline for the huge punt return touchdown, St. Andrews takes the lead. Scots now on offense. Jack Williams will dump it off in the backfield to Wesley Wynn, and he has a winning mentality on this touchdown play. St. Andrews wins a battle for Boca bragging rights, 49-6.
All right, two teams that ended last season on 3-game losing streaks, Wellington and Suncoast, trying to get their act together and turn things around. Wellington in full control here early. Jonathan Paul is going to drop back. He wants to go deep, and he will go deep. Airs it out to his right side. Philip Sabatino on the other end makes the catch. First down deep in Suncoast territory. And from there, Denoy Williams would finish off the job with a short touchdown run. Wolverines running away with this one in the first half, and they end up taking care of business 34-0.
After the break, we head to the Treasure Coast as Centennial tries to rattle the birdcage in Jensen Beats. And Seminole Ridge tussles with the Tigers in Martin County when Football Friday returns.
Welcome back. It was just 3 years ago when Jensen Beach made that incredible run into the regional finals. Since then, a few early playoff exits, but another year, another opportunity starting tonight.
Falcons hosting Centennial, who's had a couple down seasons after also making the playoffs 3 years ago. Let's head up to the Treasure Coast. Turnover's a big issue for the Eagles tonight. Clifton Nunley Jr. trying to drop off the pass. What a play from Jaden Queen, leaping up and getting the interception, taking it the other way. A sign of things to come. Jensen on offense. Jalen Wembley on the direct snap, and how athletic is he, using his speed and power to punch in the 6. Eagles get going on offense. Nunley Jr. to Emmanuel Dorales Jr., who makes the touchdown grab between a couple of defenders, but Jensen kept forcing turnovers. Sylvester Brinkley the 4th with the interception. Jensen Beach wins it 17-12.
Vero Beach always bringing back a stacked roster, getting a big test early with one of Dade County's finest, Miami Norland. Indians with a 14-0 lead already first quarter. Champ Mons already with Offers from Florida State and Florida sophomore fires a dart to Marcus Melbourne for a first down. Same drive, Mons drops back and takes off up the middle. Mons, he can run it, he can throw it, making his way through the Norland defense, take it down inside the 2-yard line. He'd finish off the drive, though, with a touchdown run. Puts Vera up 20-0. Norland would storm back and take a 27-23 lead. Fourth quarter, Vero answers. Jamarion Hillsman with a handoff up the middle, finds Paydirt. Vero retakes the lead. This game would be tied with 2 seconds left. Indians with a 39-yard field goal to win it, but the kick is wide left. No overtime in Vero. This game ends in a 30-30 tie.
No one likes ties. After a one-win season, almost nowhere to go but up for Seminole Ridge, playing at Martin County, trying to get back to the playoffs this season. Tigers going with the hot potato move, but Antonio Escamilla is stripped of the football, and the Hawks recover it. Martin County gets it back. The big fella, Paul Hendricks, running hard and dragging defenders down. Nice run there. Then Manny Lewis to Khalil Taylor. Watch him get the football just over the plane before it's punched free. That's a touchdown. More Tigers. Manny Lewis looks off the defender and goes back to Taylor for another Martin County touchdown. Seminole Ridge trying to keep this close. Ryan Doherty plunges in the score, but Martin County gets the W 30-12.
All right, let's head to the scoreboard. Garcia taking care of business, beating Okeechobee 52-6. Out in the muck, it was the last check. Pahokee leading in the fourth quarter of Santa Lucia's 19-14. Royal Palm keeping momentum from last year, beating South Fork 35-2.
Treasure Coast with all types of problems against Lake Wales. They fall 41-0. Fort Pierce Central starting the season on the right note, beating Merritt Island on the road 36-16. And Legacy High School, the brand new school up in Port St. Lucie, with a nice showing in their football debut, but they fall to Cypress 45-36.